Welcome to a new deep dive. Today we're delving into, well, a truly inspiring personal journey. It's straight from the pages of the new memoir, Matriarch, by Tina Knowles.
That's right.
And our mission really is to pull out the most powerful nuggets of wisdom on resilience, identity, family, all that, self-discovery too. You'll discover how one woman's deeply personal experiences, they didn't just shape her own path.
No, not at all.
They also laid the foundation for global success and, honestly, a profound legacy.
Absolutely.
So get ready for some surprising facts and, I think, incredibly relatable insights that might apply to your own life.
And what's really compelling here, I think, is that it's so much more than just, a celebrity story.
Right.
It's this rich tapestry of American history, really. Story about building a life, building a family, an empire even.
From deep roots.
Exactly, from deep roots and against some significant odds. It vividly illustrates how core values, the kind instilled really early on, can truly become the blueprint for a powerful life, an enduring one.
So let's start there. Let's ground ourselves in Tina Knowles' earliest experiences. Her story kicks off in Galveston, Texas, and it feels like the place itself is almost a character in her formative years. What was Galveston like back then? How did that unique environment really shape her?
Well, Galveston was a city of stark paradoxes, really stark.
How so?
On one hand, it was this major natural port, incredibly wealthy at one point, like rivaling New York wealthy.
Wow.
And significantly, it was a hub for Black entrepreneurship. You had Black-owned grocery stores, restaurants, theaters.
Okay.
Even the first public high school and library for Black children in Texas were there.
That sounds quite progressive for the time in some ways.
In some ways, yes. But beneath that veneer, it harbored this shameful history as a major port for slave trafficking.
Okay. The dark side.
A very dark side. And as Tina recounts, it remained deeply segregated. Black families were confined to just 3 blocks of beach.
3 blocks. Out of how much?
Out of 30 miles of coastline. Just 3 blocks.
That juxtaposition, prosperity, and that deep-seated prejudice, it's striking. What kind of lessons, you think, about resilience maybe, or community, did she absorb from growing up right in the middle of that?
I think it shows how navigating contradictions from day one can forge incredible strength. And within this complex environment, her mother, Agnes de Roenbinsis, she taught her these profound lessons.
Okay.
Agnes had this almost alchemical gift for turning remnants, the ends of expensive fabric bolts.
Right. Leftovers.
Exactly, into beautiful masterpieces. But even more powerful maybe was how she applied that same kind of ingenuity to their family history.
How did she do that?
Agnes used storytelling. She'd transform these discarded or lost family narratives, weaving them into this precious tapestry.
Keeping the history alive.
Precisely. And this included the incredibly impactful history of Tina's great-grandmother, Celestine.
Okay, tell us about Celestine. That sounds foundational.
Oh, it absolutely is. So Celestine was enslaved. She and her 2 sons were put on a public auction block in 1853.
Oh my gosh.
But then, in this extraordinary act, they were purchased for $7,705 in cash by their biological father.
Wait, their father bought them.
Yes, Eloi René Broussard. He was the white grandson of the enslaver.
Wow.
And Celestine, as Tina tells it, made sure her children stayed together.
That's more than just a family fact.
Right. It's this profound testament to ancestral will, to the importance of family unity as a survival mechanism against unimaginable odds.
And that value, that keeping the family together.
It becomes this deep-seated thing, rippling through generations. You see it in Tina.
Such a powerful lineage. But even with that, Tina talks about grappling with her own identity sometimes, especially with her lighter skin tone.
Yes, she does. But her mother was crucial there, ensuring she understood what an honor it was to be Black. So that deep sense of heritage and resourcefulness, it's always there.
It seems like a constant thread. And then there was that the dramatic event that forced them back to Galveston, something quite violent.
Indeed. A really frightening moment, a Molotov cocktail attack on their home on Weeks Island, Louisiana.
Why? What was that about?
It was connected to her father's attempts to unionize salt miners.
Okay.
And this forced relocation, it just profoundly impacted her parents, especially her mother. Tina says she was just terrified of something terrible happening ever again after that.
You can understand that.
Yeah.
That deep sense of vulnerability, that fear.
Yeah.
It must have affected Tina, too.
Absolutely.
But even against that serious backdrop, it's fascinating how her childhood still had moments of, pure joy, even mischief.
Yeah.
That story about her and her nephew Johnny, becoming little grifters.
It's great, isn't it? Those later moments really stand out.
What do they do?
They'd hang out outside the grocery store looking like a dejected bunch, charming adults into giving them grocery stamps.
Ah, that's brilliant.
It really makes you think, how these early experiences, community, resilience, navigating the hard stuff and the lighthearted stuff, how that shapes a kid's confidence.
And her bond with Johnny was key there too, right?
Oh, completely. She saw him as her very best friend and protector. It shows that deep loyalty and finding a place where her, quote, energy and big feelings could land. As she put it, Johnny was just there.
So as Tina grew up, this path of self-discovery continued. School seems like a big part of that at Holy Rosary. She talks about some challenging encounters with strict nuns like Sister Fidelis, punishments and things.
Yeah, kneeling in the corner, standing with books overhead. Pretty standard stuff for Catholic school back then, maybe, but still tough.
How did those encounters, like with rigid authority, hint at that rebellious spirit you mentioned earlier?
Well, it's striking how early it surfaces, often right in response to these rules. There's this powerful story about a dress her mother made her.
Okay.
A dress she cherished. And then it was given away to another girl at school.
Oh, no. How does she react?
Initially, she cried from shame and disappointment, she says. But then later, there's this pivotal shift. She realized, quote, "It made me feel so good to give up things that were very important to me."
Wow, that's quite a leap. From shame to feeling good about sacrifice.
Exactly, a foundational lesson in sacrifice and generosity. It shows how even painful early moments can kind of surprisingly lay groundwork for character.
That is profound. And speaking of figuring out who she was, that moment when she changed her name.
Oh, yes, at 11.
From Celestine to Tina Beyoncé when she registered for 5th grade. What does that tell us?
Pure self-determination, isn't it? She called it an answered prayer. Proof she was Tiny B's child for sure. Tiny B was her mother's nickname.
Ah, okay. Claiming her identity.
Totally. And that spirit, it was mirrored beautifully by her older sister, Flo.
Flo was involved in activism.
Very much so. She actively participated in the Galveston sit-ins. Her commitment, along with others, led to Galveston becoming the first city in the South to desegregate its lunch counters.
Really? After the sit-ins?
Yeah, after weeks of protests. And you have to imagine seeing that firsthand. That direct exposure to activism must have fueled Tina's own sense of justice, her own empowerment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But even with that spirit, Tina had these dreams.
Yeah.
Wanting to be a singer, she says. But her mother, shaped by all that history, those anxieties.
Right, the fear of something terrible happening.
She urged her to be realistic.
Yeah.
Settle down, get married, find a good job, post office, hospital. That must have created a real tension, right? Between wanting more and being told to play it safe.
It really makes you ponder, doesn't it? How parents, even with the absolute best intentions, rooted in their own difficult experiences, can sometimes inadvertently transmit their fears, their perceived limitations onto their kids. It's such a delicate balance for any parent.
And right there, sort of pushing against those limitations, there's this amazing turning point. Her Aunt Lydia takes her somewhere.
Yes. A huge aha moment. Lydia took Tina, who's 14 then, to Houston.
Okay, what did they do?
They went to see the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And Tina describes being just spellbound. By the performance, yes, but also by the audience, this classy Black audience. She had this realization, I would like this life.
It opened your eyes.
Totally. Opened her eyes to possibilities way beyond Galveston. It fundamentally shifted her idea of what her future could even look like. Expanded her dreams, really.
So fast forward a bit. Tina meets Matthew Knowles. And she talks about their first meeting. Him using his sales training to ask for her number.
Yeah, pretty bold. And she playfully gives him her middle name, Beyoncé.
That's a great meet cute.
It is. And their relationship, right from the start, it navigated these big, unexpected challenges, things that really forged a deep bond.
Like what?
Well, for instance, on their actual wedding day, Tina's father had a minor heart attack.
Oh my goodness, on the wedding day.
Yes. The whole wedding party ended up rushing to the hospital.
Unbelievable.
And then later, Matthew played this really crucial role for Tina's mother. Her mom was devoutly Catholic, but hadn't been allowed communion because she was divorced.
Right, that was a big deal back then.
Huge. And Matthew advocated for her, arranged a meeting with the bishop, and helped her finally receive communion, which was a lifelong wish.
Wow. That shows real commitment, navigating things like that together early on.
Exactly. Those early displays of commitment, adaptability, they really set the tone.
And soon after, Tina becomes a mother. First Beyoncé, then Solange.
Mm-hmm.
There's that poignant moment she recalls, that mother's wit moment. Beyoncé's crying, she's overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and she just starts singing, "Here I Go Again."
Yeah.
The baby stops crying instantly.
Such a simple, powerful moment.
How did that change things for her as a mother?
She describes it as a profound turning point. She made a vow right then not to let fear dictate her children's destiny.
A direct response to her own mother's anxieties.
Exactly. And that commitment, it became this foundational principle for her. Then she channels all that creativity, that business sense,
She's a headliner.
into Headliners, her Houston hair salon,
Yeah.
and it just takes off, becomes this multi-million-dollar phenomenon. But just as importantly, it was this unique space, a no-class system zone, she called it.
What did that mean in practice?
It meant everyone was special under the dryer. Doctors, opera singers, regular folks. Everyone felt welcome, felt seen. It really reflects her talent for making people feel beautiful so they could see that they are beautiful.
That's a gift. And as the girls, Beyoncé and Solange, started showing musical talent.
Matthews stepped into the manager role.
Right. Known for being tough.
Tough, yeah, but effective. And he instilled these really crucial business lessons in the girls early on.
Like what?
Like the principle that artists often make their real money not just from selling records,
Right.
but from writing songs and touring. That's a practical insight a lot of young artists still need, frankly.
Definitely. So the journey of Girls' Time, which became Destiny's Child, that wasn't exactly smooth sailing, was it?
Oh, far from it. Tina recounts the, quote, tragedy of Star Search.
They lost Star Search. I vaguely remember that.
They did. Lost due to a song choice Matthew apparently felt they shouldn't have done. And then there's constant pressure from record labels.
Pressure about what?
To tone things down. They used Motown as code, apparently.
Code for?
Too black.
Go.
And this period really highlights Tina's dedication as the stylist, which became its own kind of activism, really.
How so? What was she up against?
Significant resistance. Designers who just didn't want to dress curvy black girls.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. Or they'd insist on providing star clothes only for Beyoncé, not the whole group.
And Tina wasn't having that.
Absolutely not. She steadfastly refused to use outfits unless there were 4 amazing outfits, one for each of them. She saw it as a declaration of independence, not naivete.
Good for her.
Yeah. She even heard these awful comments like, if you got some locks in your hair and you talked with an accent, they would love you.
That's just deeply frustrating. But a powerful example of protecting their integrity, their self-worth.
Totally. In the face of real prejudice.
And beyond the professional stuff, the family faced deep personal pain, too. Her nephew, Johnny.
Yeah, her best friend. He battled breast cancer.
Breast cancer in men is rare, but it happens.
It does. And Tina supported him through all the rumors, the illness. His spirit, of course, lives on. Beyoncé's song, Heated.
Johnny made my dress. Such a beautiful line.
It really is. And then you see Tina's own growth and self-advocacy come through so strongly when she faces her own breast cancer diagnosis.
Right. This was much later. She was 70.
Yes. And she recounts pushing back, pushing for specific tests before surgery, choosing a surgeon who gave her options and hope, not one who talked down to me.
That's a significant evolution, isn't it? From maybe feeling powerless earlier to really claiming her agency in her own healthcare.
A huge evolution. Which brings us to this really profound internal transformation Tina describes.
Around her divorces.
Exactly. Her first divorce, at 58, she says, felt like she was going to die. Just terrible emotional pain.
That sounds devastating.
It does, but then contrast that with her second divorce at 70. Still difficult, she says, but done without malice. It brought growth. And she says she didn't lose a night of sleep over it.
Wow. From feeling like death to not losing sleep. How do we understand that incredible shift in resilience?
I think it shows this journey from perhaps a kind of dependency to radical self-acceptance.
Okay.
After that first divorce, there was this pivotal breakthrough moment. Her daughters rallied around her.
What did they say?
They reminded her, Mama, you're a bad bitch. They proclaimed her the baddest, period.
Fierce love.
Fierce love. And that helped her realize God had something for me bigger than I could dream. And that is the core message of the memoir, really.
Which is?
Without self-love, there is no matriarch.
Powerful.
And her therapy helped her unpack that, how early experiences, like feeling her mother didn't protect her from the nuns, led to this ingrained belief that she was not worthy, that she should always put everybody before myself.
And parenting her daughters differently.
Choosing to trust them, empower them. That was a conscious rebuke, she says, to that old pattern. It allowed her, finally, to prioritize her own well-being.
And that journey of self-love, it clearly fuels her work now, her legacy.
Absolutely. Inspired by her Aunt Lydia, the one who took her to see Alvin Ailey.
Full circle.
Totally full circle. She founded Tina's Angels and Richard's Warriors.
What are those?
Free mentorship programs. They take underserved youth on field trips, cultural events, art exhibits.
Exposing them to new possibilities, like her aunt did for her.
Exactly. Showing them their own surroundings were beautiful and worthy of art. It's incredible.
It really is. And you see this transformation mirrored so beautifully in her daughter's paths, too.
You do. Solange, with her unique artistic vision, taking her sculptures to the Guggenheim Museum.
Yeah, that was amazing.
A symbolic retort, Tina calls it, to the art world's histories of exclusion, transforming that historically white space with Black pride.
And the legacy continues, doesn't it, with Blue Ivy?
Oh, absolutely. Tina talks about Blue Ivy's resilience, facing down public scrutiny, online bullying.
Which is just awful for a child.
Terrible.
Yes.
And then bravely performing with her mother on tour, transforming, as Tina puts it, Black girl pride into the extraordinary courage to dance before packed stadiums night after night.
What a powerful testament. That multi-generational impact of strength, of self-love.
It's undeniable, and even those celebratory moments, they show something profound, like Beyoncé's birthday party in Capri.
What happened there?
Tina extended an invitation to Matthew and his new wife.
Wow. After everything.
It shows this incredible capacity for forgiveness, for family unity above all else.
That takes real strength.
It does. And
Okay.
her own 70th birthday party, featuring a surprise Destiny's Child serenade.
No way.
Yes. It just powerfully underscores these strong, joyful bonds in the family she nurtured. It's proof, really, that she is a matriarch to many, not just her own family, but for countless others she inspires.
What a truly remarkable journey. From Galveston's, complex shores to the world stage, building this life, this legacy, all rooted in creativity, resilience, and just fierce love. Tina Knowles' story, it's such a powerful reminder, isn't it? That self-discovery, it's a lifelong thing, often fueled by challenges you never expected and by the unwavering support of people who really, truly see you.
Absolutely. This deep dive into Matriarch really shows us that true strength, it doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from confronting it, actually learning from it, and then choosing to heal.
Yeah.
It's about understanding your roots, claiming your own power, and knowing that self-love, well, it isn't some final destination you arrive at.
Right. It's ongoing.
It's a continuous act of creation, an act that allows you to build your own remarkable legacy. So maybe the question for you listening is, what part of your own story are you ready to reclaim and celebrate, starting today?